you're going! You won't get away! Ah! Oh, damn. No use running! Come back, you... Holy shit! Hey! Wait. I'll have a look. Come on! Oh, the outsiders, here we are! Wait for my orders! Clever, huh? She can't escape!
And all written record of his existence has been erased. So brave were his poems. Fall from the peak of discipline to the muddiest ditch of disgrace. That is his tale. To once wear the cloth of the high overseer, and to later bear the heretic's brand across the flesh of his face.
He's engaged currently.
How did this come to pass, brothers and sisters? Look to the 7 strictures, and you will know, brothers and sisters. Karnaca is in great peril, brothers and sisters.
Anyone who shows up here has
This
ill
is
will at
not
heart.
news to those
There
who
are
are
no
living through these
coincidences in
times of
Karnaca.
crisis. But the source of your suffering might not be plain to you. Karnaca has turned away from the Abbey of the Everyman. I shall not abide the footfall of a blasphemous city would gamble with all that we have built, with your very families. If the Abbey is pushed away, anarchy will befall this.
Sometimes I wonder if it wouldn't be better to craft the music boxes at each enclave. Here in the city, we unite against. Instead, they're made in a few locations, kept from us, and shipped out. It seems dangerous.
Far worse to have the knowledge of construction materials scattered across the aisles. The metals used to make the devices are usually rare. The techniques, if applied by anyone but the most faithful resident overseers, would border on heresy.
She looked up at
I suppose you're correct.
and asked,
It
"What
grieves me to
shrine?"
imagine what cultists might accomplish. If they took the music boxes
Am I
and
being
perverted them to their
presumptuous?
own ends.
Hoping to cross
Exactly,
paths with that
much better
monstrous
to protect
assassin?
such a powerful tool. Assemble them in secret and dispatch them across the empire. They're needed in the fight against the supernatural.
Huh? Safety of all those who lived around her, all of you. We harden ourselves to the cries of the apostate, to the heretic, and in doing so, we save countless others from the horrible discord that awaits them beyond.
Everyone's got died, yeah, but please, not today. Empress or not, gonna bleed all the same. That masked killer heard some victims were found half devoured. Everywhere.
Adamire Station. This should take me out to the Institute.
District, if you're looking for action, Sergeant Quinn.
More Grand Guard soldiers. Best to avoid.
Grand Guard personnel here.
Adamire Institute has strategic value to the Duke's inner circle. That's all I was told. You know how it works.
You all right?
I'll check around here. Like that.
I'll help you look
Better have a
around.
look. Can't stay hidden forever. Did I imagine that?
Wonder what I'm dealing
No,
with.
I'm sure. Something feels wrong.
I'm about half sure there was something going on. Next time.
I wonder who that was.
Like, I don't know. I saw something.
Huh?
Ever been to that saloon in Palos? Shooting dice.
Let me know next time you go.
No way! Come back here! You won't get away! No mercy! No idea what that was. You're done!
Old Lampro's small, but there's a nightlife. And coming from Karnataka, Belinda's gonna be a draw.
Big fish in a small pond.
He makes good money playing traditional Serkonan music. It's exotic.
I need to get past this.
Whole family's stung to death. So disfigured. Blood fly nests all around them.
Of course I can.
Come on!
What's he think?
I don't have time for
Stupid?
games.
I know all my letters and then some.
Someone is asking for trouble over there. Who are you? Stop!
No!
Die! It's you and me now.
The Addermeyer Institute of Infectious Disease. Alexandria Hypatia, chief alchemist. Once it was a solarium for recuperating aristocrats. Now it's a place of alchemical study. The Crown Killer's taking lives in my name and has to be stopped. It's my hope that Hypatia can explain. They say she's brilliant and altruistic. Well respected across Zirconos.
Say something's amiss. Looks like there's no maintenance on the carriage relay again. Should we check it out?
I'm just making sure it's still in order, I guess. Could be anything. Nobody comes around anymore. Watch my. You never know when the Duke's gonna send someone out here to check.
So what do you think now?
I don't know. Coming back at dawn, much as the blood on the windows. I don't know what to think. Maybe the Duke found some new bear or ape from Pandysia. Keeps me up at night just thinking about it.
My 7-year-old broke her leg carrying water down to the miners. And my 3-year-old has been coughing dust for weeks. His skin is so pale, he's gray. I could bring them here.
I am very sorry, but there's nothing I can do. Dr. Hypatia doesn't accept patients anymore, and the Institute is under the Grand Guard Authority. Apparently, you can't be trusted to do your job without creating problems.
I can't lose another... Dr. Hypatia!
Lock her up until further notice. I'm sure someone just...
All them racks! What? Help me! One!
What? You're so dead. Who are you?
Stop! Hurry!
What was that?
The place is hot.
You don't stand a chance anyway.
A victim of the Crown Killer, no doubt.
Did you...
What's going on here?
Nothing here? Let's have a look around.
You're not supposed to be here!
Once that watchtower is down.
Damn you!
Help me! Someone!
At
Anyone!
your command!
That's all right! I'll carry you!
Bad
move! Someone!
I'll be wiping off your
Eat
blood
that.
later.
I'll get to her! Take it!
Let her punch you!
What are you waiting for? Come on!
Where are you hiding, coward?
I know you're here somewhere.
We've got company! What happened here?
What? Hey, you! Come here!
Damn! Kneel down to your betters. Let's go! Later I'll be
I so enjoy watching history warp as words pass from the lips of one to the ears of another. Imperfectly formed, half understood, poorly remembered. In the years to come, the story of the Crown Killer will be twisted and bent, hammered like soft metal. By some accounts, a monster that had to be put down. By others, a victim of treachery, preserved because in the end, you found another way. But you'll always remember the truth, won't you? Your truth, at least.
she's gonna bleed all the same.
Is Ham in there? How is he?
He's losing it. Yelling nonsense for hours.
Could you understand any of it?
About being attacked by a monster one night. Some beast that wanted to scoop the brains out of his skull.
I see. Keep this to yourself, will you? No need to spread silly rumors.
Of course, ma'am.
Let's find out if I can make him see reason.
Why?
You're Hamilton? Why did they lock you up? You know something?
I swear, I know what I saw. Hooded. I just caught a glimpse. So much hate in the eyes. As if the world needed more of that. I'm not seeing things. I hope they didn't steal my notes. I need to go back to my room. They took my key. I thought I could... I don't know. What a fool I was. What the... Here! Don't let her escape! No mercy! End of the road for you! Surrounded! You won't get away! She can't escape! How? Strike at me then!
I have her in sight!
I know you're here somewhere!
Beg for mercy!
You aren't going anywhere! She's wounded! Let's finish her!
Someone's there.
Nope, nobody there.
Who's
there?
Huh? All right. There's no one here.
This is twisted.
Gotten something under my fingernails again. Are you a patient of mine? I'm sorry. I should know that.
I'm here to ask you about something.
Do you cover your face because you were hurt? The afflictions we treat here are more common than anyone likes to admit.
I'm not here for treatment. I'm looking for Anton Sokolov.
Sokolov? Yes. He was here for a short time, but she took him away to see Kirin Jindosh. Do you hear something?
What about the Crown Killer? The patient of yours?
The Crown Killer? That name came from the newspapers. I'm afraid I don't... Oh yes, the murders. I was in Dunwall, studying diseases found among whaling crews. Wait, did someone just call me? I've been forgetting things. The Crown Killer is an interesting case. I feel almost sure I could help with that. It's just, I used to do such good work and now my memory is failing me. Who is that calling me? Excuse me.
Are you all right?
Dr. Hypatia did this. She's the Crown Killer. But she's not herself. She developed a serum trying to help the miners. The first version caused horrible changes to her mind. It's too late for me, but maybe you can still save her. She's a good person.
What can I do?
In my safe, in disease treatment, you'll figure out how to make the counter serum help her. The safe code is 183.
I've always wondered what your flesh tastes like, my dear assistant.
She's gone. What happened?
Someone is asking for trouble over there.
What? Did you hear that?
You aren't going anywhere! Take it! I've got just the thing for you.
You won't go far from here! No use.
She's back. Oh.
Hopefully it's inside. Hope this works.
Understand it. There's a part of Hypatia that she doesn't even know about. It's always there, riding along in her mind, takes over, and forces her to use more of the original serum with some regularity.
For her sake, I hope this works.
If I'm right, sends
sends her out on diabolical assignments. Hypatia is the one the newspapers are calling the Crown Killer. She leaves and comes back, leaving bloody footprints. But there's a cure, a counter serum. I'll try to administer it once I get my notes from the safe in disease treatment. Hello? Oh, Alexandria. I was just... No. It's you!
Yes, Vasco, my love. You were found out, and now we have some experiments to conduct. Come, I'll make you comfortable.
No!
No, not back to sleep. I won't go. I won't give it back.
Dr. Hypatia?
Yes. I'm sorry. Something's not right with me. Maybe I contracted something working with infectious samples.
No. Someone was poisoning you. But you should be better now. I found some alchemical notes and made a counter serum.
Poisoning me?
Don't worry. I'm gonna take care of it. If you need a place to lay low for a few days, come find us. I'm staying with an ally on a boat called the Dreadful Whale.
You did well finding Anton Sokolov, my friend. The old man is with Kiran Jindas, who's prying him apart, digging out all his secrets, adding Sokolov's knowledge to his own. Who knows what wonders of natural philosophy Jindas will reveal in future days. But it's time for you to come out once again. Time to play. We have need for your special talents. The good doctors do for a trip to Dunwall because Ichabod Boyle is next on the list. Make haste and make this one messy. Give the newspapers something to write about and give the people of the Empire fodder for their nightmares.
This is the one they call the Crown Killer. But she thinks of herself as Grim Alex. Oh, something courses through her veins, inflaming her brain. Stay away.
you're going.
Take it! You aren't going anywhere.
Take this, girl. Let's go! Looking for mercy! You're done! This head of yours is worth its weight in silver! You're dead! Let me show you how I got my stripes!
Sure, he knows how to talk with the boss. What a lick spill.
Dr. Hypatia.
Remember, the back dock is restricted to shift changes and watchtower operations.
The alarm!
I'll leave. Can we leave this place yet? I don't like it. Ready now?
Yes. Let's get back to the ship.
Did you find Sokolov?
No. But Hypatia was the Crown Killer.
What? I don't believe you.
The Duke tricked her into injecting herself with a flawed version of her serum. It changed her, but there was an antidote, so she's alive. If she remembers the murders, she'll have to deal with that.
What about Sokolov?
They gave him to a man named Kieran Jindosh. Do you know him?
Everybody knows him. The grand inventor of Zirconos.
Then he's next. Let's hope Anton's all right. In his day, Sokolov was Dunwall's genius. He transformed our city with his inventions. Electricity for the factories and carriages racing along above the streets. As I grew up, his buzzing and glowing devices kept me safe. His stories always made me giggle, and his outrageous conversations shocked aristocrats and overseers alike. Now, all these years later, Kieran Jindosh is Karnaka's genius. A mad inventor who has given the Duke sinister machines that move like people but aren't. Clockwork soldiers that fight and kill. I've got to find out where Sokolov's being held and bring the old man back alive. Rescue one genius and cage the other before he creates an army of clockwork soldiers.
say up in Tivia, watch the faces of those who bow the most deeply, or some such.
Megan must be up on deck.
What did I do? Oh, you're here.
Dr. Hypatia, can you remember anything that might help me? I need to find Anton Sokolov. He could be the key to unraveling the Duke's plans.
My memories are disjointed. The Duke is close to his grand inventor, Kirin Jindosh. That man has the empathy of a mantis. He seems to both admire and despise Sokolov. We visited Aramis Stilton. I liked him. But something bad happened. Just snatches of memory. Sorry.
You should rest easy for a while. Maybe some of that will help.
I hope so. I'm not sure I even fully understand what you did for me, but I owe you for helping me at Adamire. Thank you. Oh.
Let's hope your friend doesn't sink the boat while we're gone. Ready?
Ready.
All right, let's get underway. Jindosh is important to the Duke's inner circle. The Grand Guard watches his mansion, and they'll call down the entire city if they find out who you are.
I'll make sure they don't. You said there's a wall of light cutting off access to the carriage station?
Yes, but there's a black market shop nearby. They sell on the sly. Ever use a rewiring tool?
Corvo taught me the theory.
Good. Get past the wall of light, then ride the carriage to where Jindosh lives. And there's a reason people are afraid of his mansion.
I'll get it done.
I'm gonna take care of this crazy man and his clockwork soldiers, then bring Sokolov back. He means a lot to me.
sycophants are saying that our bridges are crumbling, that people are leaving our cities. But as I look out from the windows of the Grand Palace, I know these are lies. Serkonis is a land of riches. Yes, some people are poor because they're lazy. It's true that across our capital city there are abandoned buildings. Always will be. It's the way of the world. Things rot.
Just pay the fine and be done with it.
Wine you can, then you pass to nothing. Put that on my tombstone.
Welcome. I don't know you. I'm new to Karnaca. I need a tool that can rewire a wall of light, the kind the Grand Guard uses, and I'd prefer not to explain myself.
I can help you out, but not right now. Don't even linger here. I'm supposed to get a visit from Paolo, someone you don't want to meet. Come back later.
Understood.
You should go. We can do business another time. Like I said, Paolo is coming by. That's it. Stay out of sight.
Take long. Make sure we have some privacy.
I need 8 new cutters, short blades, the good stuff. Morley steel.
I know what you mean.
Do you? Because last time, you gave me some backwater foundry garbage that wouldn't hold an edge, and snapped against Grand Guard armor.
I got taken on that deal too. But I'll make it up to you, Paolo. Lop off maybe 10%?
30. Because I like you. By next week.
That's fair. I made a bad faith trade and I regret it. You'll have the cutters, I promise.
Good, good. These are strange times. Overseers in the Dust District, a witch... Who do we have here? I wonder why your face is covered, lady.
That's my business. Who are you supposed to be?
I'm Paolo. In this part of town, everything's my business. And slumming rich kids should remember all that etiquette they learned. Maybe you need another lesson. Is that what you came down here for?
Most days I'd cut you down where you stand. Be gone.
No use running.
I'ma cut you into pieces.
Let him go.
I bet you've been living a soft life. Time to just see what you got.
Nice scarf of yours.
The house.
you're not... What just happened?
He changed. Right at the end. Paolo's not just a gang leader.
Come in. I might have what you've been asking for. Let's see. I have some upgrade plans for your gear. A pleasure to do business. A deal well made. You won't be sorry. I used to own a cafe down at the docks, but the smell of fish blood was stronger than the smell of morning coffee. Do find me again.
I've got to get back to Dunwall. I feel so bad. I haven't seen the kids in 2 years.
Let's see. What was it?
I'm glad to see you well. Didn't see anything worth buying?
Appreciate it. I'll let you in on a secret. I saw people coming and going recently, looking for whale oil, up to something. You watch yourself. The Grand Guard aren't too friendly to strangers. Impressive how you managed to get there. Be careful. Those people in the oil tanks might still be around.
You said whale oil. I got it for you. Not easy to pinch either.
No, you screwed up. It won't work without another tank. Not enough blast. You gotta trust me on this.
All right. Hey, I don't know shit about explosives. Never said I did. I'll go out again later and find some more.
Good. Rush jobs like this. It takes a smooth hand.
We can't piss around here forever either. Eventually some wanker will see us and the howlers will catch wind. But I hear you. One more tank. If anybody steps out of line, I'm gonna be the first to show them what's what.
Shoes got holes. Aren't they less than a month? I'm gonna give me some new ones, even if I have to pull them off a drunk. Hey, you! Give us what you...
Welcome back. Next time, maybe.
my friend. Always a delight to see you. Keep to the shadows. That's my advice.
Something's gotta give. Martha, won't you marry me? 12 weeks have I been at sea, chasing... I'm bored.
Holy shit! Let me show you how I got my stripes! What the fuck was that noise?
You can see Jindosh's mansion from here. The gate's down. I'll need the code.
Thing that ever happened to this city. Give me a handful of the clockworks and I'll clean up the dust district. I don't know. Maybe the tall boys were better from the time of the rat plague. They made people stand up straight. James, the Duke has his way. We'll have an army of the clockwork soldiers by this time next year.
Damn it. Let it be.
The mansion has a strange beauty to it. Maybe I'll find a way to end this without killing Kieran Jindosh. All right, I need to eliminate Jindosh and find Anton Sokolov.
Welcome to my home, stranger. The door is always open to those with the will to pass the threshold. If you're here by appointment, then proceed and bide your time. Otherwise, I'd be remiss if I didn't inform you about the defensive mechanisms employed here, which are quite formidable. Many have entered without invitation, for reasons as myriad as the fish in the ocean. But of those who've dared to explore further, very few have found their way back out.
Who would build something like this? And why?
Someone's activated one of the mechanisms in my house.
Jindosh.
Welcome, visitor. My home is always open. It's one of my great curiosities, seeing how the common mind navigates these shifting rooms. I'm Kieran Jindosh, but you must know that. I challenge you to come find me. Take whatever you seek, but all along the way, and I'll have your body carried to my lab for dissection. In this place. I sense your movements. I know where you are.
So this is how it works.
Stand clear! I'm bringing up the arc pylon! Someone there?
Teeth broken out. Maybe you should.
Someone there.
I saw someone right here.
Let's have a look around.
Let's check the place just in case.
Hey, who is it? Who is it? You aren't going anywhere! Let's go!
Be careful. This was devised to test the limits of the clockwork soldiers. Quite dangerous.
What cruelty is this? With this machine, maybe you won't have to die after all, Jindosh.
Navigation assessment 60. Vehicle will demonstrate adaptability to a changing assessment chamber reconfiguring. Standing by. Now at your last moment, the last vision you behold is a work of scintillating industry. The very pinnacle of invention. Lost enemy. Enemy evasion. Configuration to be adapting to layout.
Sokolov.
Can it be? Is that young Emily Caldwin?
Anton, save your strength. I came to take you out of here.
Jindosh has bigger plans than you know. An army of his clockwork soldiers. It would be the end.
I'm going to visit Jindosh too, old friend. Safest to take Sokolov back to the carriage before confronting Jindosh.
Adapting to layout. Switching to alternative tactical mode. Visitors are not for the clockwork soldiers. Each makes them better in the end. Triggering electrostatic discharge. Stand clear. The machine has lost its quarry. Okay, the machine has detected something. Okay. Stranger entering here. My clockwork soldiers will always detect magnetic or remote. If the hatch was now etched. Increasing audio collector. Detached. Display back indicates some detection without certainty. Increasing power. The machine is over. Shut down. General detection state. The machine is not relying on audio stimuli. Quarry lost. Most unexpected and truly impressive. Not many people would still be standing after that.
works with you. One of us is down. Oh, shit.
Shit.
The murderer must still be around.
Can't be far.
Did I imagine that? No, I'm
Wonder
sure.
what I'm dealing with.
You've encountered my arc pylon. The electrical discharge from my clockworks makes these obsolete, but I keep this one out of nostalgia for Sokolov's dated designs.
You're not supposed to be here. What is that? Sound still is standing in my way.
In the elevator!
Okay, enemy encounter.
I'll be telling this story!
All right.
Unauthorized presence.
Give the machine some space!
Combat protocol 6. Triggering electrostatic discharge. Stand clear.
Hard!
What are you waiting for? Into alternative tactical mode.
Strike at me then!
End of fleet phase. Playback indicates playback for unambiguous enemy.
Let the
This head of
clock
yours is
soldier
worth its
deal
weight
with
in
that.
silver.
The machine has entered combat.
Kneel down
Entering
to your
combat
bed.
state. Playback indicates a young woman, armed. Playback for combat protocol. When plays switches the head is detached, identify the enemy is impossible. Search.
I know you're here somewhere.
Out of search. Okay, the machine has detected something. One of my clockwork is open. I'll have questions about that. Once I have you restrained. Playback for detection registered. You're quite close now. I can't remember any other visitor getting so far. Do you feel pride? Anticipation? It seems you found my bedroom, though I confess sleep usually eludes me. My mind won't stop turning. I think you'll like what's coming next, stranger.
the second person to set foot in this room, the most sophisticated laboratory in the Isles. Please, try not to damage anything as you die. Clockwork soldiers, dispatch
Kieran Jindosh.
End this trivial game of cat and mouse. I have important work to do. All right, enough of this. Come out and face me.
The machine has completed another full instruction set.
Many have visited my home, drawn by tales of riches and marvels. It's a puzzle, you see. Only the one capable of reaching me deserves to be in my company. Is that...
Playback indicates some protection with our... Playback for unambiguous enemy, but hostile. The machine has entered combat. Switching to alternative tactical mode. Quarry lost. Displays of someone eludes the machine. Increasing oil tank temperature. Displays the machine is recharging the magnetic coil. Make a note. Remove this playback after the final field test. Center of detection state. Playback indicates criminal profile. Playback indicates lost enemy. Triggering electrostatic discharge. Stand clear. Entering combat state. Lost its quarry. Playback for combat. Playback for execution. Cooling down.
alternative tactical mode. Unauthorized presence. Enemy evasion successful. Playback for unambiguous enemy. Okay, trigger exploration grid.
This must be the electroshock.
Anton Sokolov, once the royal physician and head of the Academy of Natural Philosophy. In your prime, the most sought-after painter in all the Empire. My hero in younger days. Now, my... If you're going to use this inelegant-looking device against me, get off it, Dosh. Triggering electrostatic discharge. Stand clear. I must admit to feeling a bit of professional curiosity as to the function of the apparatus. Patience, friend, patience. Switching to alternative tactical mode. The machine is overheating. Shut down mode. Before or after that light leaves your eyes? And where does it go when it disappears? Who will tell me that? Has anyone ever loved? Playback for combat protocols. Unauthorized presence. Mechanism detached. If the head is detached, identify the enemy as impossible. Overheating. Stop all that. The machine is detached. Displays if someone eludes the machine.
The electroshock machine should work now.
You don't know what you're doing! Anything! I'll give you anything you want! Stop! Don't do this! So much will be lost! An age of advancement!
Too bad it had to come to this, Jindosh.
The machine has to turn right back into the body of you waking up.
You are a nuisance to the city. Didn't anybody tell you?
Watch your brains and learn this trick for myself!
You did it. How is he?
He's frail and wounded, but he'll recover.
I didn't think it was possible. You must have a story to tell. I'll hear it back at the ship.
Let's go then.
The void, but somehow different this time.
Surprised I can pull you into this place? The outsider marked me long ago. I made you flee your precious tower and turned your father into cold stone. How difficult for you. But when I was young, sweet Jessamine and I were close as sisters, sharing a secret. Emperor Kaldwin had another daughter, born in shame to a kitchen maid.
Am I dreaming? If not, how is Delilah doing this?
I told you when you're older. How's next year?
You said that last year. Jessamine is younger than me, and she's a court every day.
Business, well, it's complicated. We'll understand someday.
What did I do? I'll be good. I swear.
Next year, I promise.
Jessamine and I played games in the tower, but at night I'd go back to the servants' quarters to cockroaches and thin gruel. Emperor Daddy would visit and tell me if I was good. Next year I'd be old enough to come to court to be a princess. Then one day, pretty Jessamine broke something worth a fortune, and the spy master caught us. She claimed I did it, and he whipped me in the garden house until I bled. My mother lost her kitchen job, and that night we were out on the streets with no place to sleep.
I didn't break it. Would you like to tell me who did?
We were just playing.
Emily, just... who is here now?
It was her! Delilah's wife. She broke it.
I saw the nastiest parts of Dunwall, ending up in debtor's prison. Jessamine died quick on an assassin's blade, but my mother lingered for weeks after a fat guard broke her jaw. They threw me out when she died. I looked up at the lights of Dunwall Tower and swore revenge. Washing bedsheets in a brothel, I painted on the side, until Anton Sokolov took me as a student. That's the polite word for it. I was crafty even before the outsider marked me, and survived the worst the Empire could offer. Now it's your turn. My mother's sick. She needs help.
Your mother kicked off while you were out begging. She's another bag of bones now, girl.
What? No!
Your sentence is served and she'll be tossed out with the others. You can't stay here anymore.
It's hard to know whether my dear old aunt is telling the truth or not. When I was young, the Loyalist conspiracy that kidnapped me also took Anton Sokolov. They brought him to the pub where I was being held and locked him in a cage meant for dogs. And you know what? Sokolov laughed at them. He taught me lessons and told me funny stories. He seemed immortal. His mind shaped our age. That's changed. The old man I rescued doesn't talk much. He eats what we give him, groans in his sleep, coughs out blood. I thought he'd tell me the secret to defeating Delilah and saving the Empire. But I'm not even sure he knows where he is. Mother? That wasn't a dream, was it?
Am I to blame for Delilah's bitterness?
No. She's the one who orchestrated the coup.
Our decisions have weight. I feel my time drawing to an end soon.
His age, Sokolov's making better progress than I would have expected.
Good to see you're still with us. Thank you for helping, Anton.
Sokolov's not the only one making a rapid recovery. I'll be good enough to leave soon. There's a lot to do. Of course, unless the Duke falls, he'll undo my best efforts here.
Then we'll have to make sure Duke Luca Abel doesn't overstay his welcome.
Karnaka's key leaders are flawed, for certain. After all this is settled with the Duke, and the time of the coup has passed, whichever ones are left standing could change things here. Consider that, as you come face to face with the Duke's remaining associates.
I appreciate your thoughts on the matter, Alexandria. Anton, when I brought you back, you could barely speak. But it's been 3 days.
They tortured him. His body is covered with bruises.
Delilah has the throne, and my father is missing. This is Anton Sokolov, the greatest mind in the Empire.
No, Emily. Megan is right. I can make electricity move from one side of the room to the other, but Delilah is beyond my understanding. When I came to Serkonos, I meant to leave everything behind. But when the assassination started, I couldn't ignore it. By the time Megan and I connected the murders to the Duke, it was too late. The Crown Killer came for me. It kept me alive from my knowledge, but I saw things. Jindosh often had a visitor, Brianna Ashworth.
She's the curator of the Royal Conservatory.
Yes, Ashworth is dangerous, as obsessed with the occult as Delilah. Apparently, she's working on a device called the Oraculum.
There's more to her than either of you know.
If Ashworth is one of Delilah's lieutenants, I need to eliminate her. Who knows what this device is capable of, or what she's up to.